Traveling through what you can't even see. I'm driving the phantom, I actually be a driver from an unknown resource of what we do. You got to understand, it's Portland, Oregon, it's coming through. What you got to believe is 2010. You understand what we had to do. Rock the whole nation worldwide. 100 pounds come through, it ain't nothing new. What we do is we got the trunk, pop it open, what you see, base in front of me with the 1, 2, 3, doing what it do. Guiding each and every single one of you. Coolest thing about the plan is you understand within the realm of who's actually spinning them in. But what you got to believe from then and again, from here and then, from when to when. I'm already up top the cranium of what you can't see. Bringing the cause right back within the imagery, from then to here to there to where, within the air, from back when to then and again. Understand it's the #1 nation doing what it do. Coolest thing about the plan is who's actually bringing them through. Within the pack and within the back, what the fact of what the track can do. Within the time of the mind calendar, who actually knew the mind calendar, what it actually do. Zapping them back from back when, within the mirror, what you can't understand within the game. Within the lane of what nobody actually understands from back then. It's talking about bringing the mind calendar back again from back then, and understanding all my friends from then. From back in the pyramidical point of view of what nobody can actually see. That's a pyramid driving a UFO upside down, pyramid within me of what's actually guiding them through the galactic sea. Pyramidical imagery of what nobody actually knows. Within the galactic way the earth moves within space and time through its wormholes and glitches, and understand this is what you got to believe. Portland, Oregon has the #1 notice of what you got to believe within the abduction zone of what you can't see, base top of what you got to believe. The important C of what you need to know. Talking about being resurrected from all you got to believe a UFO. In space and time, the ground of what we find, the hardest core of what you got to know within all the space and time is what we believe. What you need to believe is what you got to do, and that's back everything you see. But don't stop, you understand, just do it around the land. What we supposed to do is understand the rims coming through within the land. But what you got to understand is all in from back then. They be grouped up in the time from way back within the mind, which is what you can't believe, but it's still coming through. I'm understanding everything as they do what they do. I'm listening into what somebody else do too, within the mystery of what nobody actually knows. So the plan from way back when, let's see what 2061 is doing right here in Portland, Oregon. We got downtown, what's being made up top within the cranium. We already know because I'm speeding it up within the alkalates, within the wormhole of what nobody saw from back then, and what I do, still traveling it through. But nobody actually sees me within the invincibility of where I be within space and time, because I got AI on my mind, artificial design. What you can't find is me, because the imagery of me appearing where within space and time is like the imagery of what nobody actually can see. The stare within space and time like a beach convective point of view. You can see the orbs flying through, but you actually you in space and time is a star calls out your name. What you're supposed to say or disappears imagery where you go. Next wormhole through the page what nobody understands about the other side's book and point of view. It's like all the people resurrected through from who to win. Understand me and again from then and again till now and when. That's the understanding that nobody actually can see. Understand the pyramid with all three top of the craniums all around the sound switched up together. Again, what you got to believe the game understands the fame, but nobody can understand a thing within the Mary Jane lane of what nobody can actually understand. Talking about what you got to do, bring it on in within the wind. Nobody gives a hoot. You got to believe I do what I do, making things legalized within space and time, within my eagle eyes. What I know, it's like a mushroom field of what you can't even see. All the breathing air, the positivity. You understand within the blessed nation of what we got to do. Under one God's eye light, I look up to you within the satellite view as they fly on through. You can understand what I do. Reading star system within space and time, molecular design of what you got to believe. Talking about star systems are actually flying in front of me. The imagery, crystal skull of what nobody actually knew from back then. Of what you got to believe of all them. Sending it up and out to outer space, combined point of view of all the technology they built through Mother Earth and space and time. For all the gangsters on the ground to find all the information through. The most galactic note of what they actually never knew was how to design who. The one with the answer, and that'd be me. That's me on the plate. Audi on the back, what you got to see. Like that, hip hop, you understand, just GLENN. But we got no name within the game, within the hill tunnel, from there to where, within the air to the hill to Zion, from back when and again. But understand, it's just them, riding around, showing the sign within the town where nobody actually knows. The pure wormhole of what you got to believe, it's called the wire of gold, and what we travel through within the intergalactic web of what nobody actually sees. The imagery of me knowing what I actually know is knowing that you are driven by an imagery of what nobody can actually see, because it's planted in the backyard of an imagery from the GOV to the apostrophe T of what you got to believe of what they did where. Who knew Biggie Smalls, who knew Tupac, who knew the God of Game, and where they was getting all the mushroom films back in the day. My backyard is the most conquest of what you can't believe within the train of what you got to believe of what they're trying to do. Carousel spins through, but what you see got a game above me, what you got to believe. Acapulco notes is what you got to see, but really the invention of what somebody can point them down within space and time on top of me. Said you got to believe in out there and understand within the air of what we actually believe. It's the purest chemistry of what you can't even understand. God's molecular hand reaching down to understand the sound of what you produce from space and time for him to be the most galactic part of Orion. From a star on above within the dust of what I see, Orion's belt spinning around the orb in front of me within the knowledge of what I know. The planetary sound structure of what we got to do is stay alive within this planetary stars. What you got to believe is we just memorize within space and time our own vocabulary, within space and time of what nobody can actually say. COVID money go away. I mean, I'm only saying with the COVID on it, what they're trying to do, because they're trying to numb each and every single one of you. Money digital track like that within the fact of who's playing it where within space and time and what they're supposed to do. Understand it's like what they plan on the money before they even send it on through. Galactic glitch within the air but nobody actually knew. Space and time brings me right to. You got to understand within the fame of what you got to know. It's like master plan within God's given wormhole of what nobody can see. Mycelium stream of what nobody actually knew. The lowest orbs that ever flew through. What am I supposed to do? Just jump on top of my car, hop on in and fly higher, higher, higher within the sky, the wire of what we just do. Abyss of what you can't even see within what nobody actually knew. It's like a million orbs flying around me. God of technology, can you do that for what I see? Within the imagery of what I know. I'm the MIB within my soul. But I got the MIC within my soul to let me know that the MIB is in control of what you can't understand from another nation. I'm talking what you don't see in front of me. That's where I am on space and time. That's the difference of a galactic light through a portal of what you can't even see. And that's basically me saying hello to thee. And nobody can actually believe because nobody actually be where I be. And that's the coolest part about the MIB we don't even see. But what you got to believe in space and time is the most galactic star system that there ever was. From back then to the trail wrapped around the world, all what you got to believe is can't even say the words. When you know it's they trying to do what they trying to do. It's the master plan of what all of them trying to understand. The master plan is 42 from back then to here and again. The galactic sign of what nobody knows. The master plan of a real rule of what the real can do. From mountain to mountain, from the top view of what you see scanned across the sky of what they trying to find. From back then, what they trying to design. Cold air cannot find the truth of who's actually making the booth, or who's trying to mix you up in space and time to connect to what you can't even understand the rhyme. Digital DOD influence are the influence of what nobody can see as they try to change my mind's mind. But the difference of what the real know is already dated and timed and quoted by God himself, biblically written within the knowledge of what they put within the man's wealth for you to find. Digitally trying to spit what you got to believe. Stop space and time. It's the only rhyme of what you can't see. I'm talking digitally seeing an hour go by within 18 minutes in front of me. What you got to believe is sneaking on me, understand. It's like how you supposed to rewind space and time and find within another part of the land. Find out what you can't understand. I said Antarctica, what you got to know about me. Yes, I'm the one stopping the energy of space and time within energetic codes of what I do through my mind within the presidential design of what I'm actually here to find. I know I stop time, so what am I supposed to say? Digital record everything within each and every single day. The main plan is what you got to know. Do what you got to do and keep the master plan within your soul.